2009 was supposed to be the year the GOP reinvented itself. And they wanted to do it using that miraculous system of tubes known by web-flummoxed adults everywhere as the interwebs. Republican Chairman Michael Steele said that the Republicans online were going to be beyond the cutting edge. And it has been a rather edgy year for them online. Just this week, the GOP briefly took down its latest online gee-whiz-o-matic, a URL shortener called GOP.am. Republicans were calling it the first branded URL shortener in the world. The idea was that you type in any long web address, like, say, rachel.msnbc.com, and GOP.am would shrink it into a shorter address. But then when you clicked on that shortened address, the original page would then have a Republican-themed banner across the top of the page, including a little animated Michael Steele. The thing is, the internet has a sense of humor and sometimes a sense of poetic justice. And so, of course, right away, people started using GOP.am to put Republican official branding on top of the darndest pages, like, for example, the site for the wetsuit warehouse. And, of course, pictures of pretty ladies. The red-faced GOP took the whole thing down, saying they were fixing it, saying they would add a filter that would catch red-flagged words. A list of red-flagged words in this context, even if you're not like a coder, right, you'd sort of think that would include words like, I don't know, sex, maybe. You want that to red flag, sex. Yeah. No. They didn't flag that one because after taking the site down for the filtering, they put the site back up, and we, of course, tried it in the middle of our news meeting, and we ended up with sex.com in all its natural glory, and, of course, here it is after we ran it through the GOP.am server today. Yep, still works. Still funny. Still an animated Michael Steele presenting sex.com, brought to you by America's Republican Party. But this latest embarrassment is just the latest embarrassment for them online. Back in October, you might remember, the Republican Party redesigned their website. Remember this? They had a big public relaunch they were very proud of. They were so proud of this new website. But when people started looking at it, because it had been publicly relaunched, you'd go to the all-new GOP.com and you would find a few bugs. The page for future leaders, remember, had nobody listed. No names. Their list of Republican accomplishments notably included invading Iraq. The latest GOP accomplishment on the list of GOP accomplishments was in 2004. Hey, where'd that Bush guy go anyway? Then there was GOP Chairman Michael Steele's new blog on GOP.com. His new blog was initially titled, What Up? Featuring awesome what up observations like, for example, quote, the internet has been around for a while now, end quote. Then there was the new GOP.com's Faces. This is something else they did on their website, and there they are. You can see right across the top. Every time you visit, it's a different GOP face. Get it? Turns out many of those faces are the faces of Republican Party interns. Just regular Republican folks. Regular Republican folks employed by the Republican Party. And their boss, the intern's boss, Michael Steele, posed with some of them in another context, and Wonkette got a hold of the pictures and put them on the internet. It's been a tough year for these guys online. Republicans' big online year also included their best hope for California Senate, Carly Fiorina, launching what many lauded as possibly the worst major political website in America ever. The website famously billed her as Carlifornia. But even, if they have had trouble online, coast to coast, the Republican Party is still really proud of its pioneering beyond the cutting edge use of computing technology to compete with Democrats in terms of the way they contact their supporters. It's their much ballyhooed Voter Vault database. Have you heard about this? The Voter Vault is the thing that they use for getting out their message and polling their voters and trying to turn people out to vote on Election Day. One campaign management software developer called PhilPack has called Voter Vault, quote, the single greatest advancement in political technology since the personal computer. In our view, it's even more important than email and the internet. And now Voter Vault has just been named in a criminal stalking complaint. Huffington Post reporting that the executive director of the Republican Party in Arizona had a complaint filed against him with the local sheriff's office last month, in which a woman who says she was listed in the Voter Vault Republican database also says the state GOP chairman told her Voter Vault is how he got her address, to which he showed up uninvited and very unwelcome. Quoting from the sheriff's affidavit, quote, "I asked him how he found my address, and he responded, I looked it up on Voter Vault. I called a staffer to look it up for me there." Now, the state GOP chairman says that he is, the state GOP executive director says that he is innocent. He says that he will be exonerated. But the state Republican chairman is not helping matters. The state Republican chairman issued a statement about the case which said this, quote, "The Republican National Committee owns Voter Vault. It's a private list. We own the list. We can do what we want with the list, quite frankly. Anything you want to do with it?" That's the state Republican Party response to the stalking complaint. It has been a tough 2009 for the Republican Party on the technology front. But, you know, beyond the cutting edge has always seemed like it might be an awkward place to be. Here's wishing the Republican Party and all its state affiliates a much less edgy 2010.